it's already started. Okay, can start. Let's. Alright, so yeah, welcome everyone, and thank you for coming to this stream. Yeah, so basically what we are going to do today is I'm going to start a stream series to create a chibi character, uh, a chibi character version of Miyabi from Zenless Zone Zero. And yeah, let's get started. Yeah, the thing is, I only have one screen, so probably I need to like manage the window. Let's see. Wait a second, let me just change my screen. Let's see. Alright, yeah, let's get started. So what we are going to do today is, yeah, basically the idea is, oh wait, my tablet is not initialized yet. Let's see. Monitor calibration. Wait. I need to calibrate my tablet again, not sure why. So let's see. Wait a second, guys. There's something wrong with my tablet. Okay, I think, yeah, okay. Let's see. The things, yeah, there's a bit issue with my tablet, but yeah, it works now. Alright, so yeah, let's get started. So the idea is basically trying to combine this Chibi character and replace the the design with Miyabi. So that's basically the idea. So what we are going to do today is basically try to create the base model first, and then we can continue it later on the future stream. So yeah, let's get started. So yeah, basically what I like to do is start with the leg, of course. It's just the simplest part of the body. So let's create a circle, maybe make it 12 vertices. Okay, and what I like to do is making the matte cap to brown. So basically trying to fit the shape with the design here. Let me see. Yeah, this one goes here to the knee. Then maybe something like this. I'm gonna copy it to here because this part is you know, much more easier to trace. Okay, now is the foot. Yeah, if you have any question, feel free to ask, and I will answer them as I can. Okay, maybe like this. Yeah, it's been a while. I haven't do any videos. Life's been busy. Okay, now we can like connect this. Oh yeah, you may notice that I changed my device. So currently I'm using a Mac OS because my Windows laptop is not working. Yeah, I've been doing well, thank you, Hafiz. Thank you for asking. Okay, so basically try to create the hips and the thighs here. Okay, now let's make the toes. So the toe is going to be simpler, like just move it a bit forward. There we go. And let's just tilt this part and try to scale this. Okay, now we can fill up the hole here. Oops. Okay, we can do it maybe like this. Oops. Maybe, yeah, like this. Okay, now we can fill this part and this part. Okay, now we already have this leg pretty quick. Can apply some subdivision modifier to make it smoother. And of course we need to fix the normals. So as you can see here, like this part is not connected properly. We can do it by flipping the normals. So Control Shift N. There we go. Now it's going to connect smoothly. So let's just adjust the shape a bit. There we go. Now we can like maybe apply mirror modifier. Let's see. We can scale this and position it to here. and set the origin to the center, so we can like control A location. There we go. And you can apply mirror modifier. Okay, so now we have the legs. Maybe move this a little bit there. Alright. Let's see. Okay, maybe add some details underneath here. Okay. Yeah, if you have like a good reference design, you should able to create shapes quickly, because you know you can like try to make the shape similar to the design. So basically, character design sheet is very important in 3D modeling. So basically, just prepare the image and then follow the shape of the image. So yeah, let's maybe fill the hole here. Okay, now we can create the body. Let me just scale this a bit. There we go. Move this here. Okay, now we can create the body. So let's add a cube. Then we can like scale it on the waist here, and then try to connect the legs to the body. Okay. Do it like this. And we can like add some edges right here. To make it more round. Okay, maybe we can just apply a mirror modifier. So mirror modifier, there you go. I can go to the torso. Somewhere right there, I guess. Maybe move it a bit right there. Now the shape looks funny, so let's yeah, make it proper. Okay, now it's looking great, I guess. There we go. Now you can like maybe apply some modifier to make it smoother. So subdivision surface modifier, and maybe increase it to like 3 or something. And this one going to, let me increase it to 3 too. There we go. Now we can like adjust these shapes a bit. Okay, maybe can apply some loops here. Let's see. Move it right there, I guess. There we go. Okay, now we have the body. So yeah, basically it's just making the basic shapes first, and then we can like sculpt this letter to make it proper. Okay, maybe just move it a bit there. Now we can create the arms, I guess. So let's add a circle. Then try to create the arm. Somewhere right here is the position. Yeah, it's a bit fake because we cannot see the arm because of the sleeves. But yeah, try to follow the image here. Maybe the elbow is positioned somewhere right here. Then we can like define the shape. Yeah, the hand is very tiny, but it's the interesting part of Chibi character. So yeah, let's fill it there, and also this part. Yeah, we don't need to worry about the hands and fingers at this moment, so let's just create the arm. Basically we want to make the body proportion first. So let's apply subdivision surface modifier, and maybe like making it in T pose, right? This, I guess. Then we can like apply the location to the center of the view. So set origin, Control A location, with Control A location, there we go. And also the rotation, of course. Then we can apply mirror modifier. Alright, so now we have the arms. Now I think we can wait, yeah, we need to create the chest first. So let's add a new sphere. So sphere, reduce the polygons to maybe 12 and 8, I guess. Yes, we can delete this part, resize it. And position is somewhere right there, I guess. Okay, let's scale this, and maybe let's just apply, wait, let me just pull this, then apply the subdivision modifier. So maybe we can like quickly sculpt this first. Somewhere like this, I guess. Okay, now we can like apply mirror modifier. So let's just Control A location and rotation and apply mirror modifier. Yeah, I came from Indonesian. I'm Indonesian. We can like maybe at the neck. So position is somewhere right here, and try to extrude this. Oh, sorry. Maybe the microphone is not very good. Subdivision surface, and then we can like scale this down a bit. There we go. Okay, I think we can start the sculpting. So before that, let me just copy it into different scenes so we have a backup in case we messed up the model. Okay, now we can like join these parts together. So Control J. Oops, I think we need to apply the modifier first. So yeah, Control J, and then maybe increase the modifier to like 4 or something. There we go. Okay, now we can apply the modifier. Then we can start the sculpting. So let me just go to the sculpt mode and then apply remeasure, maybe something like 0.05 or something. Let's try. Yeah, that is too low. Let's decrease it to like 0.05. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, so now we can start the sculpting progress. So let me just pull these tools. So we can use this clay strip brush and try to, I think the remesh is a bit too low, so let's increase it to maybe 0.8, I guess. Okay, there we go. Yeah, still a bit too tense. Maybe let's increase it to 0.01, I guess. Okay. So let's make the hips. Oops. Maybe let's hide the reference image first. There we go. So we can see the model better. Okay, now let's create the shoulder here. Then we can create the butt. So yeah, like this. Let's isolate this part so we can view it better. So we can do it like using Alt P and then select the view. Yeah, sometimes it takes time to load the view. There we go. Yeah, it's definitely you need a pen tab to do sculpting. Like it is very important to have a pen tablet, because using mouse is possible, but it doesn't, like, you know, the experience is not smoother. It's not the best. So you can hear the pen scratching. Yeah, I put the microphones very close to my pen tablet, so maybe that's why. Yeah, my voice is kinda like, you know, it's natural. It's not very, you know, high tone, so maybe that's why the microphone cannot catch my voice well. Okay, I think that's okay, maybe make it sharper. Like this, I guess. Alright, so yeah, now we have the leg connected. Can like maybe move this part to make the shape, you know, more interesting. And for this pelvis, we can like maybe add some lines like this. I'm not sure what kind of line this is called. But yeah, usually the body part has that. There we go. I think that's too big, I guess. Let's just make it smaller. Alright, so let's bring back the reference image. I think that looks pretty well, I guess. Now we can like move on to the chest. Make it a bit smaller. now we can combine it with the body. Control J and go to sculpt node, and in order to refresh this remesh settings, you can click Alt R. This way it will connect this the new shape to the other shape. So press Alt R. Oh wait, is it not working? Oh, it's, yeah, Alt R. That's the correct command. Yeah, thank you, Lorraine. Yeah, I guess there's not much 3D artist streamer from Indonesia. I do myself like, but there's one streamer, not streamer, maybe we can call him a content creator. He created a popular add-on for Blender. His name is, at least his channel names is Ucup Omar, if you know that channel. He created a great plugins for Blender. So he created a plugin to integrate painting software into Blender natively. So basically you don't need like additional software like Clip Studio or something like that to do the texturing. So you can like use the plugin integrated in the Blender. But personally I don't use that plugin, but that plugin is very helpful for some people. Okay, let's just focus first here. Yes, Ucup Umar. He's from Indonesia. Yeah, I think that looks okay, I guess. Then we can like start making the head, but let me just fix the shape a bit. Maybe let's define the bottom here. It's more visible. Okay, maybe move this bit right here, make the stomach smoother. Yeah, I think we are good. I think we can move on to the head. So yeah, for the head part is, yeah, personally I think the head part is going to be the hardest. So yeah, let's just try to fix the proportion here. Alright, now we can create the head. So what we are going to do is just create a cube, and then apply some subdivision surface modifier. Maybe with it, let's increase it to 3, I guess. Try to place the head here, somewhere around there, I guess. Okay, now we can like maybe increase it to 6, or maybe too much, 5, I guess. Okay, now we can apply this and go to the sculpting mode. We can remesh it to maybe 0.01. Okay, let's just create a shape. So delete the cube, re-add the cube, yeah. Maybe increase this remesh to 0.05. Yeah, I think that's much easier to work with. So yeah, basically try to make the head similar to like an Android action figure. Maybe let's hide the body first. Maybe let's move it to another collection. Maybe let's name it body, I guess. So you can like focus on the head. Oh, do I have some piece models to customize? Yes, I do. I do have several custom piece body to customize. Usually I use them for when working with some clients, so it's like business purposes. So in order to like deliver the product or the 3D model faster to the client, I usually use those piece body model to customize. But yeah, for this stream we are going to do it from scratch because yeah, I think people want to learn how. So that's why. But yeah, I do have several piece body from chibi characters into full body size characters, multiple different size of piece body. Okay, let's see. Yeah, I think that looks alright. I think we can like make the eye slots. So we can use the what is it called? Clay strips brush. Can like maybe add the slot here. It will looks funny at first, so bear with me. Hey, welcome CG3. Oops. I'm making the nose here. Yeah, I think this looks fine. We can increase the topology to maybe 0.01. Let's see. I think that's too high. Let's maybe 0.03. Okay, this is perfect topology. Yeah, there is a delay in the stream. So the internet here is not that fast. Yeah, there's like maybe 3 or maybe 5 second delay, not sure. But yeah, certainly there's a delay between the stream and the actual event. How long I've been in the industry? I think it's like maybe, I don't know, 3 years, I guess. I think, yeah, somewhere around like 3 years. Okay, let's view it with the body. Yeah, sometimes it's not looks right at first because, you know, like it's missing the ears and the eyes, but we can fix it later. No, it's not local industries. I usually work with clients overboard. So yeah. So it's not local industries like, you know, freelancing stuff, you know, the stuff. I saw you also in IT. Yes, I am also work as a software engineer in some company. I do like making if you are familiar with software development kit, yeah, that is the things that I do as in the IT industry. How was my project? Oh yeah, yeah. After the last stream, uh, yeah, it went well. I worked with some clients. So basically, after my last stream, I worked with a client for for a month, and then there is a new client that requesting another 3D model, and then yeah, basically a lot of client I've been working for a couple of months, and finally I have a free time to, making another stream. So yeah, things work pretty well. Thank you for asking. Yeah, I updated my website. In fact, I created that website from scratch, coding stuff. Although I haven't buy a domain yet, so yeah. So let's screw the ears. uh, I think that's somewhere right here, I guess. Okay, now we can like extrude this. Yeah, it's Next.js, the fastest way to create, prototype website. Yeah, do it like pretty quick, like maybe 2 days or something like that to create that website. Because the first one was very old, like very old. It was used. I used to create the old website using Blogspot, and it's very old. So I think I need to update that. Get the ears here. Somewhere right here, I guess. I think the nose is a bit too high. Maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, it's in the correct position. And apply mirror modifier. Rotation, there we go. Okay, I think we already have the base body. Of course, it's not the perfect shape yet because we are missing eyes and the mouth. But let's just fix some of the shape first a bit. Yeah, creating website is very it's much easier nowadays thanks to like like Next.js. Even hosting website is very quick using Vercel. Like you just need to push your code into GitHub repository, and then the CI/CD pipeline will automatically run on the Vercel, and then just host your website, and it's done like very fast, like in seconds. That's quite impressive. Let's see. Maybe 0.01, maybe 2, I guess. Okay, let's make it smooth. Yeah, I still like try to create the isolate here. Doesn't looks like right to me. So yeah. Okay, now that looks funny. Let's see. Yeah, maybe we can leave it like that first. We can do it the eyes later. So yeah, let's start with the retopology, I guess, because that part is very tedious. So I just want to like make it fast. So yeah, I have a reference that we can use here. So let's see. Delete this. Yeah, this one is very useful to make the topology. So maybe let's start with the, I don't know, with the chest, I guess. Yeah, let's start with the torso first. So the topology is something like this. Oops, what did I do? Okay. Apply mirror modifier here, and the way how you can retopo is basically you can activate the magnet icon here. So activate that, and then select face project, and activate these two options, and then you need to activate this retopology option. So as you can see, you can view the mesh and also the sculpt easier. And to add the topping, you can like add a shrink wrap modifier, and then choose this body. So that way you can retopologize the model much more easier. Yeah, actually there is an add-on for this to do it, much more quicker, but sometimes the algorithm is not that great and it's messed up the model. So I have one here called quad remeasure, but yeah, I only use this for like clothings, but for the base body I usually do the retopology manually. Okay, so let's just start. Yeah, this process is quite tedious, just to be honest. I really hate this process. But yeah, but it's much more quicker rather than like you create, you know, using the mesh modeling from scratch without sculpting. Because yeah, in my opinion, in this way is much quicker because you already have like the proper shape, and basically what you need to do is like trace the shape and make the retopology. So I think that's the reason why I choose this workflow. You can like let's see. Let's make it circle, I guess. Wait a second. Yeah, this part is a bit hard to do. How did I become 3D artist? uh, let's see. Yeah, it's basically start from as a hobby, I guess. Uh, so basically, like I like to create characters at first, and then I try to learn how to make the. Uh, so basically, the reason I start 3D modeling was I like this movie called Transformers. You know, like the Transformers movie, and I think the 3D models there is very great on those movies. And then when I was child, like, oh, I like to make these 3D models, and then I start learning Blender when I was like 10 or something. And then yeah, it was like a hobby at first. Yeah, until now it's my hobby. So yeah, I think that's how it starts, I guess. So basically, 3D modeling is my hobby, and also software engineering is also one of my passions. So that's why I choose both part. But as you work as in a company or maybe in an office, sometimes you can feel like burnt out doing the same stuff over and over again. So that's why when uh, you know basically balancing between the two, if I got bored with software engineering, then I can just jump into Blender and doing some stuff. So basically, yeah. So basically, that's. I'm not sure how to deliver these words. Basically, sometimes software engineering make me burnt out, and then I need some refreshment. So I go to Blender and create 3D models. Yeah, basically that's the reason, I guess. Yeah, Transformers to anime. I know, right? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think that looks okay. Can move on. Yeah, to be honest, I'm not sure how I can like grow this channel. Because yeah, the limitation of course is time. I don't really have that much free time, to be honest. So yeah, that's why I really rarely upload new videos. I kind of want to make this channel like not only 3D modeling but also anything, you know, anything that related to my skills. Maybe sometimes I will like making posts about software engineering or something like that, or maybe just you know, it's not too strict with 3D stuff. It can be anything. Yeah, I think that is my vision for this channel. But yeah, for now we can just make the 3D model. Oops. Transformers model or rig. No, to be honest, I haven't really have any like 3D model that as complex as Transformers. You see, like yeah, I just adore the 3D model, the Transformers 3D model, but I haven't really able to create one because it's very very complex. But the last time I create something aside of anime model, it was like a car 3D model, but it was like a long long time ago. Talk about animating. Yeah, I think I also considered that too for contents. Yeah, but again, the constraint is the time. It's really hard to find the correct time to do this stuff and experiment with animations. But yeah, I do have the vision there to like maybe create a some short animation or something like that. Basics animation, I do, but complex animation, like professionally, no. Yeah, car is, yeah, 30%. uh, Wait, I cannot focus on how to make the topology here. Animation commissions. It was like depends on customers or clients' requests. Sometimes some clients also like interested in commissioning animations, but yeah, it's quite rare. But I do accept some animation requests, but it's not like a complex animation or stuff like that. It's just simple animation, like maybe 3 seconds or maybe 5 seconds animations, and it's not just like maybe something like walking idle or maybe jumping or something like that. So it's not anything complex actually. It's just simple animations. Yeah, also sometimes thinking like maybe uh, you know uh, work as streamer, something like that. But I'm not sure what kind of content should I stream. I do like gaming too. Yeah, but to be honest, I'm very new to streaming world. And to be honest, I'm not sure with what kind of platforms that usually people like to watch streams. Don't go gaming. Yeah, maybe we can like you know interval between the contents. Maybe sometimes 3D model, sometimes gaming. Not sure. Speaking of gaming, any games that you guys lately, have been playing or maybe interested in? I think we can start with the hips here. Clear obscure, I see. Yeah, some of my friends play that game. Although I'm not playing that because I'm not quite fond into turn-based games. But the character design and the visual effects and stuff are really cool. Seems I messed up the topology here. Oh, story. Yeah, that's great. Let me just making the butt here. Well, welcome Fandi Ramadan, and thank you. Yeah, speaking of streaming, do you guys prefer like stream via YouTube or maybe other platforms, or maybe like Twitch or something? I think usually streamers are using Twitch as their platform, but I'm not quite sure. Okay, this part is quite hard. I see. Yeah, maybe in that case, probably in some future streams, I will like move on to other platforms. Just to like adapting. How long do I complete one character? It depends. It depends on my mood. No. Actually, like maybe like I don't know. If I'm in hurry, like working with some customers or clients, typically it take around like uh, you know maybe 10 days. So 10 days is not like actually I work full time on those days. It's like maybe 3 hours per day. But yeah, typically I can complete a single character in like 10 into 2 weeks. Do. Yeah. Although my English is not that very good, I just want to like reach out more audience, not limited into like you know, removing the language gaps, and also like uh, improving my English by practicing speaking more. Because when I'm working with clients overboard, typically we communicate via chat messages, so that's not quite like the best practice to improve English. So I think while doing streaming, trying to speak English, I guess that is a perfect way to practice. Yeah, if we say like professionally, like working with clients, I think it's been like 3 years, something like that. But as an hobby, it was like lifelong, lifelong experience, I guess. if it like if we can say like as an hobby, but professionally, yeah, it's been like 3 years or something. Let's see. Yeah. Okay, let's just make it smoother here. Yeah, I think any platform for new streamers are you know pretty much the same. Like there's no kind of special benefits. Oh, you can hear the grinding sound? No, actually, there's this is my neighbor doing carpenter stuff. And the sound is pretty, you know, pretty loud. Yeah, it's basically normal stuff in Indonesia if you live here, especially in, you know, rural area. Basically, people like, you know, work. Noise gate. Hmm. I'm not sure how to find that feature. Maybe I can like research that feature later in the next stream. Yeah, but yeah, typically it is common here in Indonesia, like the sound of, you know, grinding, especially in rural area. So my neighbor job is carpenter, and sometimes he work also at night. And his workshop is actually near to my house, so that's why. Yeah, it depends in the locations. Some are, you know, tolerating the sounds. Some are not. But yeah, it's just like a very common stuff here. Oh, yeah, you may notice I I'm using macOS right now. Yeah, nothing really changed much actually. The experience is pretty much the same between Windows and macOS. The thing is, my Windows device is currently in service, so yeah, I cannot use that at the moment. So I switched to Mac. But yeah, if you are not very familiar with you know Mac OS and Windows has different keyboard layout, right? So sometimes you trigger incorrect, I sometimes trigger incorrect shortcut because the keyboard layout. But yeah, if but I have like uh, already familiar with the keys, so yeah, it's alright. Yeah, this part is quite hard to do. Let's see. uh, how do I need to do this? Let's see. Maybe like this, no, maybe. I think I found a way. We can like simply delete this first. Okay. Yeah, but if we compare between the performance between Mac and Windows, of course Windows is much, much better because it has a dedicated GPU to do that stuff. But some Mac's product, which currently I'm using, is an M4 Mac, so the processor is quite fast, I think, and rendering stuff is actually can be compared into with Windows devices. Yeah, this is my opinion. But yeah, still Windows is better for 3D modeling. Speaking of Apple products, when you create like a 3D model for VTuber, something like that, you need like sometimes you need to integrate the facial expressions using Apple AR kits. So the Apple AR kits is only available on Apple product, obviously, and you need the iPhone to test the AR kit feature. So yeah, if you plan to like create 3D models for VTubers, you need at least have iPhone. But it's not required. Sometimes customer doesn't use AR kit. But mostly, yeah, mostly VTubers are using AR kit. yeah, using Warudo and other tools typically requires ARKit and iPhone. What did I do with an iPhone before the Mac? Actually, I already own Mac before. So I actually already own Mac with iPhone before, to do programming stuff because it's easier there rather than Windows. It's just a preference actually. Yeah, iPhone is, yeah, in my opinion, iPhone is the best. Is if you are using it for VTubing, because of course the LiDAR thing and the AR kit. Android also works, but it's not like the smoothest way to do that. Oh, yeah, especially if you work like, uh, you know, traveling around. Mac is like, I think Mac is good device because it has a long battery life. Because my Windows laptop, like the battery life is, uh, yeah, it's not good for traveling. Yeah, yeah. To be honest, I don't really care like whether to use Windows or maybe Mac. I don't really care. If it get the job done, then I can use any device. So you can see it here. Oops. With AR kit, yeah, same thing actually. Like maybe if I start from the scratch, maybe like, yeah, still like 10 or maybe 14 days. Actually, I have a reference if you are interested in making ARKit facial expressions. Let me change my screen a bit. So yeah, if you go over to my Patreon, you can actually download the PDF for free here. So it is basically a guide how to create ARKit facial expressions. No need for subscription, you can just download it for free here. Yeah, I just think that I want to share. Well, like an hour in hours. I'm not really sure. Maybe like, yeah, I'm not sure, quite sure actually, because typically like I just spend, you know, like time box it every day into like 2 to 3 hours. So maybe if I can complete the AR kit in 2 days or maybe 3 days, that means it took like maybe 8 to 10 hours, I guess. Oh, CG3, you ever work with me? I'm not sure if I remember your name. Sorry. Or maybe you have different username when you are work with me. Oh, I see. Yeah, thank you, CG3. Yeah, Elena was a fun project to do. Okay, let's see if we can like make it smooth. Wait, the clipping is not working. Let me see. I think that's quite clean, I guess. We can leave it like this. Yeah. It was a pleasure working with you, CG3. Let's create the arms. Yeah, I think for today, I think we can like complete the piece body, and then we can continue the head tomorrow. Yeah, I don't want to like rush the process. Oops. Bridge like that. Okay, let's make it smoother. Yeah, it's pretty much done, I guess. Okay, let's see. Not bad. Okay, let's make a pickup. Always make a pickup. Pickup 2. Here we go. Yeah, maybe we can like directly apply this, I guess. So apply. There we go. Can delete this. And mirror. Oops. Mirror. There we go. Okay, now. Oops. Yeah, this one is need to let's see. There we go. Then we can do this like this too, I guess, just to add more topology. Yeah, basically I want like to tidy up the topology first here. Let's see. Okay, that looks pretty alright, I guess. Maybe you can like add smoothing, and of course we need to add mark it as sharp. Alright, so we now have the base body, and then we can like move on to the head letter. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. I don't want to rush the modeling process. Then we can like enjoy the progress together while chatting. So yeah, basically this is the result for today's stream. Of course, there's some things that we can improve, but yeah, basically the plan for tomorrow is going to retopologize the head, and then we can like add the eyes, maybe the mouth, of course. But yeah, but for now we can like leave it like this first. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope I can see you on tomorrow's stream, same time. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys for coming. Bye bye.